Cool and going 4 times in a few months. A lot of back and forth, especially as an artist. Hmm. Okay, last time on session episode 33 of World Breakers, we continued our adventures in Craghammer as the UGOAI set off on a few tasks to do a quick recap. UGOAI successfully made their wall ship trip to Craghammer, where they were greeted by Relcuris's contact here, Nora Stotel, who is the owner of the Overfilled Tanker, a tavern here in Craghammer. She met the group at the top of the wall and guided them into the city proper, showing off the extravagance of the upper disk with its multiple moving towns. Took them to her home in the second disc, where she had a tavern near the center of town and gave them a bit breakdown of how the districts work, the different discs, the important families, and things like that. Uh, the group set out on the initial task of Slyrak wanting to impart, uh, to follow up with a potential apprentice to blacksmithing that he met on the travel over, wanting to ensure his apprenticeship to the best blacksmith in Craghammer. He was able to successfully first find the best blacksmith and then talk the apprentice into being able to take a test to see if he was fit and deemed worthy to study smithing under. Got the name right here. Best blacksmith in the world. Under Truamble. Um, after after Schleierach provided some suggestive help, and the kid had his first sword attempt destroyed, he was able to create a double-sided scimitar that fully impressed the leader of Truamble's guild and clan, and he was taken on as an apprentice, with Slyrak paying forward a year's worth of his tuition, as it were, and ensuring that he would have all the steps needed to be a very talented blacksmith when he finished. He rolled, he being myself and Slyrak, extremely well on his rolls to see how he did and how talented he was. So his apprenticeship may not take the full years of change that they typically do. Katra stayed in the tavern to kind of listen out to see what's going on in town. She was able to listen in on a number of different things, chatting with a young man who is convinced something is wrong and his girlfriend is missing. The authorities, as they are here, believe that his girlfriend just simply left him, but he is convinced something terrible may have happened. Fully plans to go seek the help of one Harry Dresden, but Katsura did take some time to hear his story, get the details, and just provide a listening ear of someone who actually believes him, which he's had a very hard time of coming across. She also eavesdropped and then spoke to someone in the corner of the bar who had some crazy ramblings, but those ramblings for today focused on memory loss, on the news being waylaid on its way to important cities, on certain cities seeming to benefit from the news when it is stopped, and on the fear that someone created a storm cloud in one of the lake ceilings. Though it was only briefly, he believes it is the precursor to an attack. But he is mostly rambling in the corner, and most people don't take much heed to what he has to say. While this was going on, Fino was putting an ear to the streets to see if there were any rumblings of discourse between the district controlled by True Anvil and the king under the mountain, as your actual mission here is to stop the king from going to an event held with the peak, as the true peak has been taken by the Fae, and while they spin up whatever plan they have to make that go unnoticed, they need to delay any meetings of world leaders. And right now, your task is to slow down or to prevent the king under the mountain from attending the next event. So Fino took some time to figure out if there's any rumblings. There's some jealousy amongst the great families of blacksmithing, feeling that True Anvil has some kind of unfair advantage in getting the king's being the armorer for the king and doing most of the important work there. Feel that while the family may have earned it, the current head of the family hasn't. There's some general discourse, and due to a very high roll, Fino was able to notice there is a massive crime ring taking place on the third ring, that is encompassing every business there except for one, a business called one second, I wrote it here somewhere. That music's a little loud. I can hear it for somebody's echo.
I left mine feeling.
Oh, are you on? Oh yeah, you're on. What you call it? Aren't you?
I just muted. I just took this down there. Let me get my mixer.
While you're paused, I just wanted to mention one of the other conspiracy things was that the king was worried someone was trying to sabotage him.
Yes, yes. The king was worried that all these things going wrong are specifically to sabotage him, and he's growing a little paranoid under that weight.
Oh yeah, because the wild animals, like it was like animals that shouldn't be attacked were like bigger than usual and attacking, and that was affecting transit and all this. So it was just
Yes,
a bunch of things.
travel in and out getting more dangerous than it used to, as you guys saw running into the giant geese. Apparently, the giant animals is not a one-off. It is a growing concern, and being that he is king, the fault falls to him. And he believes it is to besmirk or, ruin his current reign.
Wasn't there somebody who kept like exotic animals and shit too that they said?
No. I don't think so.
No, we talked about there was somebody who liked to keep big creatures. They said that they didn't think that the geese were him, but
I don't think so. You weren't in that conversation. You were with the blacksmithy party.
No, I think they
was
mentioned
before
they
we
think
split
it's the Feywild that was like messing with. But I don't think it wasn't a specific person. I don't think they had a person.
I don't think so. The name of the shop the only shop unaffected by this crime spree is The Only Thing. But that is the recap. Anything anyone else wants to bring up as a reminder for things that happened last session? Quite a lot of conversation, quite a lot of lore happening.
Did we level up any?
No, I don't think so.
no.
All right, I'm here.
We did finish with, I believe the group was returning to the tavern you're staying at. Room and board is being provided by Nora Stoltel, who again is Ralcuris' contact here. So your stay is paid for. There is a open bar tab to a degree, but you have to pay for your own food. But for your current
we are not
stay
security.
mission, you have been told you are not expected to be security here, as was the case on the ship ride over. But with all that in place, we can pick back up with you all rejoining each other as the night begins, as you settle down for dinner, as it were.
Alright, well.
Tokens back.
So Solar, what'd you learn?
Ooh, not slow.
Sitting back. Oh shit. Sorry.
A bright light appears.
Oh fuck! I'm having a brain fart.
That's right.
Catheter. That's right.
What was the question though? I missed it.
How'd your day go? Did you learn anything cool?
Well, actually, I've two things that may be related. One, apparently, there's the king is thinking there's a conspiracy against him. Those flying geese apparently are becoming more common. Not just geese, just random animals, giant and attacking trains. It's causing people to be kind of weary of traveling to Craighammer via trains. And apparently someone has randomly gone missing. That may or may not be related, but just apparently strings of things keep happening. Nothing can be pinpointed to anyone specifically, but the king as the king, has to take responsibility for all of it. And what else? Apparently, there was a storm cloud in one of the upper lakes. Apparently. What did you guys find?
Well, actually, in a few months, I'm gonna need everyone's help. I've made a bit of an investment in a blacksmith apprentice, a young human who is able to impress the dwarven masters. And now the dwarves are gonna want to keep him in their service once he graduates or whatever it is they do. I intend to bring him back with us to work for the UGOAI, provide us with high quality weapons and armor, to which we may need to do some persuading and or find other means to separate him from them.
Well, that's definitely useful.
He scored really high on his little entrance exam.
Yes, the old dwarf seemed quite impressed, didn't he?
He did.
I have also found out something. In
Let's hear it.
the true Anvil district where we were, there is a bit of a thieving ring going on. They're robbing all the courier from all the different stores. I actually found out their entire network. I traced them back to this one store that has not been robbed yet. I believe it's called. Hold on, I am getting something about the thing. It's actually very similar to yours. What'd you say?
The only thing.
The only thing. Yes.
You think they're related to another thing?
Sorry, who are you working for?
Well, that's interesting. So now we have a crime ring targeting all the businesses in an area. It seems that conspiracy may not be far off. After all.
If we are talking about keeping the king busy, I think Katsu, your storyline, or what you found, is actually something that we might be able to keep on going and play off of.
Oh, right. I forgot that was a mission. Oh, but Katsu, first of all, when he says that, can I look around and just see if anyone's kind of paying attention to us? Gotta make sure nobody is.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Look at my rolls. Hold on. 8 plus like 5 or something. Like 13 something. Hold on. Let me check. Yep, actually, I was right. 13.
13. As you look around, no one appears to be particularly interested in you guys. Everyone's had a long day of work, coming to unwind, drink, have fun. At the moment, you don't see anyone paying any attention to you all.
Should we have this kind of conversation in our room, though, just in case?
Yes, we should.
I don't know if y'all heard him. He said, yes, we should.
Yes, we should.
Hey, I'm fine with that.
Cool.
I guess we can take drinks and food up.
Well, Slarik's already halfway up the stairs with food and drink, so I hope so.
Alright, so you all make your way upstairs. Stupid tokens. Alright, the roof.
As we're walking, Katsura says, I do want to check in with Harry Dresden today, tonight or tomorrow. I'm curious what he found with the missing person, whether she's really missing or he just was ghosted. The only reason I don't think that was the case is... Huh? Okay, I'll just put that. I want to check in with Harry Dresden to check to see if that missing person was really a missing person or if he was just the boyfriend was ghosted. I don't think that's the case because apparently her employer hadn't seen her either. But if she was taken, I wonder if that's at all related to all the random things going on here.
Interesting.
Thank you. Who was that?
What?
Who was that?
It was downstairs on the couch. Your mom asked me to bring it up to you.
Oh, thank
Okay, so you all make your way upstairs and into your private quarters. A suite was provided for you all. There's a nice little common area and, of course, rooms for everybody.
Okay. So, our goal here is to just keep the king busy. Right.
Yes. Monarchs need work to do.
To distract from Bavaria.
Bavaria? Is that where? I thought it was false. No?
No, remember what's his name needed us to do this because his guy got taken.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is a well cursed thing, not a king. Yes. Makes sense.
I wonder if we actually need to do much or just keep an eye on things. Since it seems a lot has already gone on.
Well, our casters. Can you cast images or what have you of like giant beasts?
Unfortunately, not for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, let me see. But why?
To drum up the attacks on the Ukraine. There needs to be more.
Curious where they're coming from to begin with.
Well,
Can anybody polymorph?
I mean, I can. Well, no, I
we've seen cats turn into the.
I can vouch shape.
Yeah, but that was just a tiny spider.
No, we saw it turn into a cat.
Panther.
Oh yeah, there was the panther. That was a normal sized panther though.
Yes. If we can increase the attacks on the trains, I'm sure he cannot leave, especially as it is demanding its attention.
Actually, I'm very curious where these are coming from.
Is it violent attack or is it robbery? What kind of attack is it?
No, like the geese.
Yeah, so just violent attack. Attack, hurt, maim.
I can. Yeah, actually, I can summon beast.
Okay. Summon beast. If we can get to large beasts for you to summon, that would be great. If not, then we have to do a little bit of what do you say? Studio magic, where you produce a very large image, and your cousin can throw fireballs from it.
No, the beast can attack.
Yes,
Oh, you mean to make the attack bigger?
if the beast is not the large beast, if it's not the giant beast, right? You said we need giants.
Mm-hmm.
Then we should have giant. You get a giant donkey.
I can't make a giant, but I can make something scary. About the best I can do.
Oh, I have summon Fae. I can summon that guy.
Oh yes, see a Fae made.
Level up. Where spells come from?
Druids have a ton of spells.
Yeah. A lot of shit druids have access.
Anyway, does anyone care where the source of the current mayhem, or are we just going with it regardless?
I do not care.
Yeah, I mean, if we find out in passing, cool, but whatever. Not my hometown. Not me there, Robin.
Well, the robbery thing, I am actually interested in that. Because it may benefit us.
How would we benefit?
Oh, there are two ways. We can benefit off this robbery thing, or we can go rob the robbers. Or we can snitch.
Do you know the
We can do both.
source? Right, all of the above.
Oh, well, I have found a network. I found where they're robbing people from. I'm sure big tips like that will help them find the source themselves, but I can also tell them that this one store is not getting robbed. And let them decide. Usually places like this big, this large, have rewards for tips leading to capture of the assailant.
Would that help our goal of we want to distract the king, though, right? So we don't want to.
Well, yes. If we are taking this as we can cause trouble from multiple angles, then no, we shall not stop the robbery.
What if we alert him of it, but don't give the source?
That might look funnier than not saying anything, you know?
Yes, and what would we... No.
That would put more of their attention on it.
I'm sure
And us, though.
I'm sure the businesses know they are being robbed. They have,
but if they
reported this to the big people.
Maybe. I mean, but if they think it's isolated incidents, maybe.
If you are being robbed continuously, maybe you don't know it is a group effort, but you are reporting the loss of goods to the authority. And if others are reporting the loss of goods to the authority, right, that hey, we were robbed, then they know that there are multiple robberies coming in. Now they can think they are all separate. That's fine, but they're already probably looking into stopping this string of robberies. I find no good, as Jerry said, telling them, hey, we know that this is a connected effort. It leads to more questions.
No, I didn't say that it's connected. I was telling them, we've heard out of this, but it's fine. Let it be.
The way Fino described it, it seems like it might be more of extortion than heist or a robbery if it's continually happening.
Yes, the way he described it, you're right.
From what I've seen, there are different routes through Robber State, and they know how to knock a courier off of their path. A knockdown tree here, so they have to turn down a different road. A closed road there. A beast down around the corner, and they take different pathways, and they're usually used to taking, and they're in areas they're not familiar with for their deliveries. And then that's when they get robbed.
Like jammy time robbed, or just pickpocket robbed?
No, not pickpocket robbed.
Like at weapon point.
I believe so.
Did you hear anybody ask if they know what time it is?
Did you?
That's if they know what time it is. Usually you don't hear that. They mumble it, and when you get closer, they punch you in the face and knock you up. Take your stuff.
So violent attacks. Oh,
Hilarious.
yes, I'm sure they've reported those.
DM, correct me if I'm wrong. These were violent attacks, right?
So what you noticed was a concern. So what you did first was kind of scout out the places you would go to rob people, but every time you realized it, you noticed there was someone already there. And from that, you noticed that they were essentially there was no like knock over the head, take your wallet. It was more of put them down a dark alley, cut the purse, grab the things that are dropping, and you're gone. You maybe saw one or two actual straight stick-ups, but most of it was they're not going to realize they're robbed till they get where they're supposed to be, and they won't realize where it happened.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I say I'll revise that. I say, well, there were a couple stick-ups, but there were also plenty of bandits that down a dark alley would cut your goods from you.
That sounds fun.
Not notice until later.
Oh, interesting.
And
Seems like an
so
organized group.
I have an idea for our overall goal. We know that there is a newspaper company here that holds a lot of sway. And we may have to disguise ourselves, but if we were to convince that company to run an article on this crime ring and how irresponsible it would be for the king to leave the city while there's such a crisis going on, while he's already paranoid of things out to get him and what people think, and would most likely be enough to keep him here, achieving our ultimate goal.
That could work.
I like that.
When exactly do we need the king not to leave? When exactly are we distracting him?
Did we have a time frame? Was it a few months or I don't know?
No, it wasn't months.
No, it was a few weeks.
Yeah, we have a time frame.
It was a few weeks. Yeah. The event that you tried to avoid is in a few weeks.
What was the event?
I want to
The
see
meeting with the peak, right?
Oh, a meeting of some sort? Okay.
It was some kind of formal dinner that he's supposed to attend, that the peak's going to be at. And the worry is that it'll be noticed the peak's not at this event because everyone has to go to the event. Has to. I did air quotes because I was not looking at the camera.
If we were to add pressure for him to stay on his already paranoid state, he might just fucking snap. Who knows?
Right. I wonder if we also spread the rumor about the person who I talked to, who told me about the cloud, mentioned they think it's like a precursor to some sort of attack. Someone disguising their appearance in the water using a storm cloud. I wonder if we spread that rumor to the paper as well.
Yeah. It's not just an isolated district, it's a citywide issue.
Mm-hmm.
Homeboy's gonna go have a dinner? Fuck that.
At that, there is a knock at your suite's door.
Cautiously opens it.
I'll take out my dagger. Oh. I mean, like behind my back.
No,
yeah, the timing was just vicious.
I've made you paranoid. I've made you paranoid. I own that. You see Nora at the door carrying some another round of drinks for you all. And she says,
over the door all the way quickly.
Oh, I was wondering where you all got off to.
We never know who's listening. We prefer to keep ourselves quiet.
Oh, it's quite the rowdy bar. For the most part, everyone keeps to themselves. Everyone has their own little bit of mischief they're getting into.
What brings you up?
Oh, want to see if I could be of any help. I am, of course, we're all working for the same person, aren't we?
She says she's working for the same person.
Mm-hmm.
Did she ever say how she knew Rob Curious?
No.
Oh.
And do you know what we are here for?
Oh no, Lucas didn't tell me, but I am here to help out any way I can.
Uh-huh.
And how do you know Rob Curious?
Oh, just by the by. We're friends of a sort.
She knows him about as well as we do.
Oh, how well do you know him?
You know, friends.
We
of
saved him
sort.
from the dungeon.
Oh, which legend was that? He's always going into the walls.
The
It's like a
Capstone
foolhardy.
Dungeon.
Which capsule
50.
dungeon? Which city?
Wait. I want to roll insight. I'm curious why she's asking.
Good.
18.
18. She seems to be genuinely curious. You get the impression that she wasn't given a lot of information about you or your group by Valkyris. Just simply meet them, full hospitality kind of thing. So she doesn't know you all or why you're here exactly. Just that Valkyris has asked her to help you. So she seems to be trying to get a baseline of who you are.
Gotcha.
The caster just kind of like waves it away. You're like, it doesn't matter.
She nods and says, should I be expecting anything to go boom, as it were?
To go what?
Boom.
Wrong?
No. Are you gonna blow anything up? Well, Curious isn't a very subtle person, so I wasn't really sure if you're a subtle group or a loud group or like property damage to other property. Not my
We're
property, of
subtle as
course.
long as we can be. And then
He's a bit rough around the edges. We do not do that sort of nonsense.
All right. Well, if you get the inkling, you know, I wouldn't. If you loop me in, I can make sure the right people are in the right place to limit the damage. I can make sure the places you're trying to. I can make sure there's not a lot of people around if that's the request, if that's the need. If you want to limit potential people to get hurt, I can also make sure the area is kind of scarce. You know, I'm a pretty I'm a good asset to have in the city. Valkyrius did pay with me for a reason. I do want to be of service if I can be.
Well, why would anybody want to limit collateral damage?
What? Because.
Well, generally, you limit the collateral damage because you want to target a certain thing or a certain person. The more you hit, the more likely it is to get backlash, revenge, general other people's involved that shouldn't be.
Oh, okay.
You never know who knows who.
I'm learning things here, Slyrack.
Who's that?
I'm learning things here.
As am I, my friend. So she's an employee for Valkyries. We're an employee for Valkyries. I'm just going to ask. The crime ring throughout the True Anvil. How far throughout the rest of that city does it stretch?
Roll persuasion.
Alright. Is an 18.
18. She looks at you. Hold on, where's my? my dice? Give me 1 second. She looks at you and kind of tilts her head a bit and says, "Well, I know there's crime in True Anvil, but I don't know there's a crime ring per se."
Insight.
Roll insight.
Ooh, okay. Wait, 24.
24.
Cyrus will also
Jeez.
do one. He doesn't usually do insights because he's usually pretty believable, but nope, never mind. That's like a 4.
24. She seems to be genuinely curious what Slyrak's talking about. She seems to be well aware of crime that happens in True Anvil, and maybe to a small degree, some teams that may work out of there, or some coordinated efforts, but nothing that she thinks would rise to crime ring level.
Oh, well, I think my plan might be a bit more dangerous than I thought. With the amount of strategic accuracy that you described, I imagine that their presence would be known, but either feared or respected enough not to do anything about. If we are hidden
Slyrak,
from most people, they
I
will
have
probably
no
be
clue
quite
what
angry
you're
and
talking
come out.
about, Slyrak.
Roll deception for me, Thina.
Are we really not trusting her?
Apparently not.
Um,
You see that gray in that hair? There's no trust in that.
Give me a second. 1 second, I'm getting to the thing.
They don't trust my NPCs, Manny. I don't know why.
Ooh, natural 20 for 20.
20 for 20. All right.
That's legitimately funny. Okay, she'll look at you, Slyrak, and say, "Oh," and then look at Catcher and say, "I see what's going on here. I saw you talking to Delg. He's legitimately a crazy dwarf. You can't really put much stock into what he says. He's very known to exaggerate and flat out
Was
make
the guy
things up."
talking to a dwarf?
Yes.
Oh, what?
You can't really trust what he says. The largest of grains of salt. If it says a crime ring, that could just be two people stealing something and working together.
Is he? What? When does he get these ideas from?
Well, he walks off through Craghammer. He makes quite the circuit. I don't know what he sees or where he sees it, but he always just comes back with these fanciful stories. Claims he has a partner that just listens into things and tells him things. I've never seen him talk to anyone except for, no offense, but out-of-towners who don't know any better.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah.
14.
14. She does not think Delg is in any way reliable with anything he says. She's being very nice to even say that something he says could possibly be true.
Okay. So she really believes everything she's saying.
Yes, she thinks that he said crime ring because she heard it from Delg, and nothing Delg says is reliable because she saw him talking to Delg, her talking to Delg.
Okay.
And she says,
Interesting. Okay.
I didn't want to disturb you while you were talking to him, but it's just, this. Yeah, for entertainment, sure, but not reliable sources there.
Understood. Thank you for the heads up.
Oh, no problem. But again, if you felt comfortable telling me what you're doing here, I could probably help a little bit. I understand if you don't. We just met. You know. But,
I think Royal Curse may have kept you out for plausible deniability.
oh no, that's not how. He just seemed really busy. Usually we have a little more information, but I have to leave here afterwards. You guys are leaving. You're staying here. We've always been seen together. I picked you up from the train station. There's not much deniability left to me at this point.
I understand.
Well, to be honest, we're still working out some details amongst ourselves first, anyway. So
when we have a plan, we will contact you.
That's not a problem. And she'll start picking up the empty jugs to take them away. If you need me. And she'll make her way back downstairs.
When she does, and I feel like it's been a decent amount of time, but who has the stone?
The stone? Oh, for talking to Rockers?
Yes.
Actually, I think I had it last.
Okay. Can you contact him and ask him how much we can share with her?
Sure. Nora?
Yes.
Yeah, Slyrock will take out the stone and kind of tap it on the table. Curious George?
Curious George?
Yeah.
Roll a d20 for me.
Okay. Oh no.
Oh,
2.
Okay. A few moments pass before you, like, it activates from the other side, and you hear, and just what to the trained ear, which would be Fino, Jerry, Slyrak, I think. The sound of stabbing.
Mm.
And then brisk, not a good time. Click.
I'll just say real quick. Scream frantically if we can trust Nora.
Roll another d20 for me.
18.
18. Okay, that's a little better. There's about 30 to 45 seconds of time before you get heavy breathing, and he says, I really am busy. Yes, you can. Please don't contact me again at night.
Okay.
Slyrock will just turn to the group. He's really grumpy when you wake him up.
I don't think
Sounded like we were interrupting some murdering.
He did sound out of breath. It must have been.
Sounded like he was having fun too.
Speaking of which, I think there's a fighting ring around me, right?
Yeah.
We can. Really quick. Just wanted to note. So apparently, the source for the conspiracy theories really has a beat on things.
Why do you say that?
Because he Nora heard about the thieving ring from him first.
How did she say that? When did she say that?
You missed it. When you told Sayek you didn't know what he was talking about, she looked to me thinking and said, effectively, she heard it from him. So
Did she say she heard it from him? Or did she think that you may have heard it from him? Did she assume that you heard it?
She assumed, which means she heard it from him.
That does not mean she heard it from
Okay,
him.
well,
That means
Brian said that Chris got that she heard it from him, and so that.
It's worth asking him about.
Brian said basically that from my insight check,
Yeah.
that she just believed everything he said pretty much had to be taken with a grain of salt, and because she saw you talking to him, that's what she kind of assumed that you guys were talking about.
So
I thought she said he.
To clarify, because Fino rolled so well in his deception, and Fino was acting like he didn't know what Schlyrak was talking about, she pieced together that you must have talked to Schlyrak about what you heard from Delg, because she has not herself heard of a crime ring, but Schlyrak seems so confident, and she knows how
I thought
convincing
she
Delg
heard
can
it.
be. No, she since she saw you talking to Delg, and she knows what Delg is like, she assumed that you must have heard it from Delg, because Delg is very convincing to out of town.
He heard it from him too.
Well, she didn't say she did though.
Okay. My bad. I misunderstood them. Never mind.
Oh, real quick, can I make a side note? I just remembered something that happened with Feely that he wasn't here for, and that's that I tried to get him to be the weed dealer over here.
Oh, right.
Feely would have said no.
Oh wow.
He doesn't sell drugs. He utilizes drugs in exchange for information.
All right, noted.
Cool.
This came up in a conversation about us creating funds for the UGOAI.
Was that directed at me?
No, just in general. It wasn't like we were trying to pimp out your character for the fucking be the next crime boss. No, we're exploring ways to make like passive income.
Y'all really tried to turn me into Pablo, huh?
No, you're being a little bit dramatic with that.
Well, both started by selling on the corner, and now look at them.
Who?
They say it was a big rich town.
Isn't that how everybody started?
Exactly, Pablo Escobar.
All right. Let's pull it back to the table, folks. Okay. If there is nothing else for the discussion for the night, we can call it a long rest and get back to it in the morning.
Yeah, that works. I think I'm gonna equip purified food and drink or whatever it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, purified food and drink.
Not a
So I
problem.
feel rested then.
Yeah, so go ahead and hit the long rest for anyone who needs to. Those who have magic and can change their spells, feel free to do so. As the sun rises on another day in Crackhammer. Although not really, because there's no sunlight down here, only torches and artificial.
Yeah. Alright, what's the plan?
On the table at the moment.
Well, how much time?
Okay.
I was gonna say, how much time do we have left until the event?
About 2 weeks, we'll call it.
We don't need to go day by day for 2.
No, I mean, you would just have, once you guys, have decided you feel like you have successfully stopped him from going, we can jump and see if that worked or not. We don't need to go day to day,
Okay.
correct? But you guys haven't done anything to jump 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not saying jump 2 weeks.
No. If we are going to go with the newspaper plan, we should definitely get some more information for sure.
I want to go around and try and find any journalists.
All right, I'm down.
Still want to do my chainmail thing, but
Is everybody on board with that plan?
Is anybody on board with that plan?
Yeah.
Everything tonight except for selling drugs.
If
All right.
if we're going with the idea of spreading rumors, I have a spell where I can also create another temporary like cloud in the
Well, I
water.
just think that we should,
Nice.
before we decide if that's what we're gonna do, at least get a pulse on what the journalists are like here and what they know and what they are already kind of suspecting.
Sure, but just another component.
Okay, so is the story that we're running with is the attacks on the trains are leading to an imminent attack on Crabhammer, and the thing in the water is part of that imminent attack?
Well, I think we should, not all of them, but definitely that the attacks aren't random. That needs to be solidified, and I think people will start to come to their own conclusions. We can offer some of our own too, but we don't
I
want to be
think-
too suggestive.
I think Slyrak's suggestion that all of these attacks may be leading to an imminent attack on Craghammer might be very convincing to an editor.
Right, but I just say we don't give that as fact, but we do give the fact that these attacks are not random and they are coordinated. And I think people can infer that it's leading to something else. And we can even say that's what we think. But
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Slyrak will say, "Oh, seems." I'll try to do the Slyrak. Seems like an imminent attack on Craghammer is coming. Something like that. Excuse me.
yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. It's like a footnote on cliffhanger.
A foot hanger, yes. A cliff note.
Now, are we going to keep ourselves out of this, or are we going to serve as key witnesses, as a group that has had first-hand experience in battle with these?
Don't become part of the story, Slyrak.
No, never.
I'm okay either way. I just wanted to know which way we wanted. So then we need to find those who have had experience to corroborate this.
Let's not entangle ourselves.
I think enough attacks on the trains will lead to others having had the same experiences, and the train crews will be able to speak of it. Even the train crew that we were on, I'm sorry, I keep saying train, boat crew that we were on the ship with.
Ship.
Yes, that one is easy to corroborate as is.
So yes, I think this plan is very good, you guys. And I really do think we need to look into the robberies after we come up with this plan, just for our own benefits. What are they
Well, if
stealing?
the journalists do their job, they'll tell us. But I do agree. Trust but verify.
What the fuck are you talking about? We were talking about the tax, and then we were talking about robberies. I do not want the journalists to have anything on the robbery.
Oh, yes. Those are two different things. You're right.
Get your head in the game, Jerry.
Apologies, but
So,
thought about murdering for a minute.
in a few of the books I've read, it mentioned a language among thieves. You can talk to these people, yes?
Oh yes, I do speak these kind.
The prices in the forges were very high. And I imagine if this network is as big as it seems, we might be able to find much better prices from them. Maybe you could get us in.
Nice. There is no honor amongst these, so I was thinking about robbing them myself.
I'm not
Like maybe you form a better.
Well, honestly, I was just trying to be respectful. I didn't want to insult your kind. Honestly, I don't know how the thief world works. But if you're okay with stealing from them, I'm okay with stealing from them. I know Jerry's okay with stealing from them, right, Jerry?
Yeah, and murdering.
See?
Okay, so just by show of hands here, who does the stealing thing? I do the stealing.
Jerry's hand shoots up.
Catcher puts her hands up.
You said what? Who does the stealing?
Yes.
Yes.
Who steals?
Stealing thing, yes.
If you need.
And I just
know.
like, yeah. Sir, you are like looking for jewels and stuff. You're supposed to be on the straight and narrow.
Catcher just rolls her eyes.
For sure. And I look at Philly and I smile. You too?
Huh?
What do you do? What do you say?
He said, huh.
Yes, you Philly, you stay home. Okay.
Greg's a passive observer tonight.
No, yeah, I got you. Show told me. Sorry to hear, Greg. To keep it short.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, so cool. All right. With our first order of business, shall we meet with what's her name? Nora first to fill her ranks.
Oh, she's still in the tavern somewhere?
Leaves. I'll bring her back. And he goes down to look for Nora.
Okay. Yeah, you find her behind the bar, just kind of opening things up, cleaning. There's a bit of a very small group of people left from breakfast. You do see her. There's a few dwarfs getting a slow start, but as you come down, she kind of waves to you and says, "Oh, I see you lots awake. Coming down for breakfast."
Yes, but there's an issue with our sink in our room. I know you'll probably send up one of your workers for this, but could you come up and take a look at it for ourselves, just for the first time? And he's like looking at her, like staring daggers at her.
She just
trying to
laughs
convey,
a bit.
like, it's not the fucking sink. Huh?
She laughs a bit, fully understanding what you're trying to do. As soon as you start doing it, she goes, "Not a problem. I'll be right up." And you see her kind of go to the side, grab a tray that has some plates on it for breakfast, and bring it up with her.
Oh. Yes. So, thank you very much. And Fino takes the plates from her, like while they're, I guess, going up the stairs. He takes just like a couple from her, and he's like, "I can help you." And then he brings them up with the crew, and he's like, "We have a plan. We will fill you in on everything, the reason we are here, and what we are doing."
Oh, all right. I see a nice rest. Put things in perspective. All right, what are you doing, and what can I help with?
The king under the mountain needs to stay under the mountain for a few more weeks. He has an event he's invited to, but we need him to stay here. So we need to cause a bit of a ruckus to the point where he feels he shall stay here. We have heard that there have been attacks on the ships here to Crackhammer. So we are going to drum up these, drum up stories of these attacks and then alert the newspaper so they start reporting on it, and hopefully we can get cause a big enough ruckus that the king feels he needs to stay in the city and he can't leave for a few weeks. We want to stay there coordinated too.
All right, that's pretty solid. That's a very good tale. Drum up enough rabble rousing. That will surely get to the king's ear. He's very sensitive to the opinions of his people. How are you planning to spread the tale?
We are hoping to get in on a newspaper. Do you know anyone that might be willing to be the first to a story?
Well, that will depend on how true it is. Are there some facts they can follow, or do you want someone just to make something up entirely?
Well, there are some facts. There are attacks on these ships. They are giant creatures. We've actually seen so ourselves, though we do not want to be a part of the story. But the crew from the ship, I'm sure they can corroborate.
She looks at you interestingly. Are you being truthful with me? You fought giant creatures.
What'd she say?
Are you being truthful with
Chewie.
me? You fought giant creatures.
We didn't just fight him; we killed him.
Yes, we murdered them. I'm sorry, you do not know us. That is what we do.
Persuasion with advantage.
Above board, I thought we were trying to keep us out of it.
This is
Yes, but she's somebody like what's Cole saying? We could trust her.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
true.
don't want to tell the newspaper.
Oh, I don't need that advantage. Natural 20. 420.
That's so fucking why you keep doing that.
Mm-hmm.
She nods along and says, well, in that case, we could definitely go to the Elestrian earmark. You'd have to... It'd be important that they knew you knew, but you could be a private source. They would never say who you were
Stop
or
off.
quote you.
Is that the paper we caused the fire with?
Yeah.
Familiar?
Do you have another paper? I'm just not sure it'll work.
No, it's okay because we are staying out of it. We just need to select the right person to convey the message.
It is
Preferably
from
from a group that barely survived. Not to brag, but the beasts we fought weren't much of a challenge. It would be best if the person being interviewed or the person bringing this information was from a crew that barely survived. So that way they tell the story from such a truly risky point of view.
So how do you find them? Sorry.
That is what we have Nora here for. She knows the city, right?
Oh, that they do, but the earmarks investigate the journalists. They're not going to write just quotes and opinions. If you tell them there's this rise of giant creatures attacking you, they're going to go investigate, and they'll write a story about this scourge on Crackhammer. You know, one group's opinions on it wouldn't be the story itself. That would just simply be the foundation for them getting to work. I could drum up some other eyewitnesses, of course, some other people this happened to, if that needs to happen. But the foundation would have to be you.
What Slyric is saying is we are not going to be the people that talk to the earmark. We just need to find a group that can talk to the earmark.
And we will share our story, and they will tell our story as if it were theirs, with the added dramatics of having barely survived one of these attacks.
Wait. Are you telling me you're trying to get someone to lie to the Lestrian Earmark and say they were us?
No. They share their story, but they're most likely not smart enough to come to the conclusions we have, so we give them this. We put it in their head that this is all connected. Get them to share it all as a part of one story that is theirs.
Yes.
Therefore, not lying.
Oh, okay. Sort of.
They will keep us out because they will want to take the credit themselves. We will be most willing to let them.
I say, we do know one person that was a part of the attack that we're a part of that is currently in the city.
Oh, true.
Now look to you two. He's a reliable witness, correct?
He has the favor of the dwarves right now.
Then he can be the one who tells the story. Or at least one of them.
Cool.
Their blacksmith boy.
Oh, right.
So what this sounds like
We'll
to
give
me
his
is
name.
that we have a foundation. I can. Do you want this boy to be the one to approach Elestria Earmarks?
Sure.
All right. Do you need to talk to him first, or can I simply point them in his direction?
I think we should give him a heads up, yes.
Well, this thing you said hadn't
I mean-
really happened. It would be authentic if they just showed up and asked him. He'd have true answers.
I was thinking more of a courtesy. Just a heads up that someone will be coming by to talk about the trip over. If you think it best we not, then I'm okay with that.
Oh, I don't know the child. Just your friend. You do what you feel best for him. Just let me know how much of a heads up you need, and I can go to the earmark midday. That way you'll have time to go there and get back.
Midday is fine. Me and Jerry can head there now.
Absolutely.
All right. I like this idea. I never really liked the king under the mountain. He's a bit stuffy for me. But all right, forget the earmark on it. They are quite the hounds. And they'll push their way to interview him directly shortly enough, should the story catch enough fire. And she.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your help, Nora.
Oh, not a problem. Very shocked to see where this one goes. And she will make her way out.
No, before you go,
Yes.
have you seen Harry Dresden around?
Oh, I saw him the day he got back. They had a big party for him. I haven't really seen him since. He's usually down the third disc.
Okay. Do you know where in the third is?
Oh, he has a little business down there. Says Harry Dresden right on the front. He's a private eye of some sort. Go to middle of town. You can probably ask him about it. Down the third disc.
Understood. Thank you.
Not a problem. You don't have a Harry Dresden level problem, do you?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. He blows up buildings. Yes,
He does what?
he blows up. He's not subtle. He throws around fire like it's candy. I just don't want him here throwing fire around. So if you have a Harry Dresden level problem, just not here. Keep that on the third dish, please.
Oh, I get the feeling it's a mess we will have to clean up eventually.
And she kind of just makes her way back down. She doesn't want anything to do with Harry Dresden things. Okay. So Nora is going to, by midday, point someone towards the kid to go talk to.
Nah. So me and Jerry, I guess we'll go talk to him quick and let him know.
Yeah. That works for me.
So you two make your way out and back down to the third dish to True Amble's district to have that conversation. Any activities for the rest of the group in the meantime? Uh-oh, what happened? Wait, hold on, guys. I can't hear anybody. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Huh?
Like,
Huh?
okay,
Why not?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'm back.
Can you hear
Oh,
us?
you missed with the meow.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, my stream deck turned off for a second, and none of the audio stuff works if you don't have a stream deck plugged in, because it's their software, and that's how they regulate it.
Gotcha.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's would you like to accompany me to the only thing?
Sure.
Wait, you
You left.
I know. That's okay.
I mean, I was going to say this while everyone's in there because Slyrek, they were at. Oh, no. They already left before you asked that question to us. Anybody else? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah. Let's just see what they do there. And we will allude nothing to their thievery or that we want anything about thievery. We're just checking out the store.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I'm
that is
going.
all I want to do.
I'm going to. How far away is it, Barry?
What's
Or
that?
no. I asked Fino. How far away is the store?
It is on the outskirts, I believe, of town.
Do you like time wise?
It's the third
DM.
disc. It's gonna 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. When we get about halfway, let me know.
Okay. We're off to see the wizard.
Okay, so you head out a little bit after the first group does. As you come downstairs and start making your way through the tavern to the front door, Katra, you see Delg kind of waving to you and trying to flag you down, trying to get your attention.
One moment, Fino.
Who is that? Yeah.
The source of the information. I go over.
Fino's going to try to get within earshot, but also like he's not listening, but he wants to listen in.
Okay, roll. You give me a stealth check then.
$13.
All right.
Knowledge of past. 15.
All right, 15. So as you come over, his eyes are a little wide. He already has an empty tankard in front of him, starting on a new one. He
Hmm.
says, "Good morning, good morning. Hi, hi. Everything okay? Everything been okay?"
Yes. What's going on?
Well, I got the latest bit of information. I thought you'd want to know. You seem to be so plugged in and so you listen. So I wanted to just keep you informed.
Oh, I appreciate that. What is it?
He kind of like leans forward, uh, kind of looks around first. Then you see him kind of narrow his eyes a bit, lean in a bit more, and say, I'll write it down. Can't trust the ears in here." And he takes out some scraps of paper, begins scribbling down really quickly. Then he kind of holds it up so that you can see it, but no one behind you can see it. And on it, it says,
Mhm.
"Changelings are replacing the people in power in Craghammer."
What?
He kind of like
Oh,
nods, like,
shit.
yeah. It's insidious. And he like balls it up and throws it into a little lantern on the table. Trust me. I've been keeping an eye on slight differences. People are walking a little different. They're talking a little different. They're making slight changes to their opinions. Trust me, it's
Can
not
you give
really
me an
them.
example of someone who's been replaced?
Oh yeah. Like if you look at the some of the guilds, some of their craftsmanship's a little shoddy. Some of the big shots aren't swinging their hammers as much anymore, leaving it all to the apprentices. Yeah, it's a lot of them.
Anything else? Any other examples of changes?
Oh yeah. Their facial hair doesn't grow anymore; it's just staying the same. Hair on their head, not changing. Constantly
Are
the
you sure
same.
they're not just maintaining a style?
Oh no one grooms that well. There's always a difference, but if you look for it, it all looks the same. Oh yeah.
So,
Oh
for
yeah.
example, who can I have a name, or
You sure you want this
I'd like to
information?
see for myself?
Once you have it, you'll be in danger too. It's not the safest stuff to know here, you know? I don't want you too involved. I don't want you to get hurt.
Okay. Is it only one district, or is this many districts?
Oh, this is all of Crackhammer. It's big. It's not just one district. If I tell you, they'll be watching you. They could replace you. We're gonna need a code word, so I know it's you.
Shoelace.
Shoelace. All right. If you don't say shoelace to me next time we talk, I'll know you've been replaced.
To be honest, I might forget, so you might have to give me a prompt.
All right, I should have a word too then, so you know I'm not replaced. My word would be spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. I hate spaghetti.
What?
I hate spaghetti. It's not real.
He's a changeling.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean real?
I mean, it's not real. Have you ever actually seen spaghetti grow? Never seen a
Oh,
spaghetti
for
plant, have
fuck's
you?
sake.
Kind of looks at you knowingly. You never thought about it, did you? That's all right. We don't want to get bogged down in the details. Just watch yourself out there. But
Question, Brian.
yes.
Would I? Oh, I might need an Archon check. Like, are there any ways to be like with detect magic or like any of those kind of things, like be able to tell if there was a changeling in front of you?
Roll Arcana for me, or History, one or the other. Your choice.
Oh, Okay, yeah. Fuck.
T-
10.
10. You know, people aren't really your study. You're not really sure what changeling's ability actually is, if it's magic, if it's innate. You have no idea how someone would even go about figuring out if someone's a changeling or not.
Okay.
But you keep an eye out, and where you, if
I have to say, without some specific target to watch, there's no way for me to verify this one. This is quite a claim. I'm very interested to see if it's true.
roll
If it is.
persuasion for me.
Okay, better. 19.
He'll look at you and kind of lean close as he says, I'm not in here every day because I like the beer. Kind of leans back and then looks over at Nora and looks back to you. Bigwig.
I nod.
He nods back in solidarity. Yeah. Alright. If I hear anything else, I'll flag you down.
Thank you.
He goes back to drinking the beer. He says he doesn't like that much. You rejoin Fino, I assume?
Yeah, he had to go grab Junior.
Okay. Well,
once we're like far away from the tavern, I'll tell him.
Okay.
This theory.
In the meantime, we will jump to the other half of the group as they make their way down back to True Anvil's shop. As you get there, they're sitting a bit open for a while, working hard. You see Nala is sweeping some of the debris and throwing away some trash outside as you arrive.
Oh, perfect. Are you approaching outside?
Yeah.
Do that. Perfect. So how was the first day now?
He looks up. Oh, hey, hi. So far so good. Putting mighty good work. I stayed here all night doing some reading. Got to do my chores right now. Got to do some sweeping. Got to do some trash. Just looking over what the masters are doing. Kind of like taking in the environment a bit. Getting immersed in what it means to be a blacksmith before I can actually start blacksmithing. Step one.
It's great to hear. And I don't want to interrupt your studies. We wanted to swing by and give you a heads up. There's a reporter been asking around about the giant beasts, including the ones that we encountered on the way here.
Oh.
Be truthful. Let them know. But harp on the fact that you're a blacksmith and how terrifying it would have been if there weren't those to take care of it.
Oh, it was scary even if you guys taking care of it. I've never seen a
You
geese that
know
big.
that. I don't lie, but we have an interest in this seeming as dangerous as
it really is.
As it can be. Yes.
Oh, yeah, not a problem. I'm not proud of it, but I was scared shitless. I've never seen something so big. And then we ate it? Let me tell you, mind blown.
Pretty tasty.
They're delicious.
If you can avoid using our names, please do so. We would like to stay out of the spotlight with this one.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
You see anything cool since you've been here? I know it's only been a day.
Oh, well, no, it's only been a day so far. I didn't really do anything except for work and then go to sleep, and now it's day 2.
Yeah, no, but you did mention just being around the masters, seeing what they do, learning what it means to be the blacksmith. So I was just wondering if you saw anything like, holy shit, I can't believe that guy's working on that.
Oh, I mean, what they don't.
I also understand if you can't say.
Oh, there's no secret yet, but I was surprised the level of enchanting they do here. They do enchantments at every step. I guess that's why the dwarven
cool.
work is so good. So large parts of my studies are going to be a bit more magical than I thought they'd be.
And that is wonderful news.
Magical
As,
within itself.
Dollar signs just pop up in Slyrax's eyes.
For real.
But he says, no, it's just early on still, but I'm already a bit in over my head, but I'm very excited to catch up and be able to call myself master one day, eventually. I forgot about it.
Have you peeped anybody who might maybe be competition for you?
Well, I haven't met the other apprentices yet. They're a bit more advanced than me, so they're out running the errands, getting the supplies for today. But I've heard them talked up a bit. I'm a little interested to see who I'm. Well, it's not the competition, but I want to see who the other fresh talent is.
You are the best talent. Don't you forget it.
I've been told I scored the highest on the entry test, so that might actually be true.
I would say by the look on the old dwarf's face yesterday, it will be healthy competition, nothing more.
I'm excited for it.
Also, keep in mind, people might make fun of you for being a human, but just you let them know that means you're more tenacious, and you'll learn faster, and you don't have as much time to bullshit as they do.
I've been a human my whole life. I know I don't care what people say about humans. We us. Fela is one of the jewels of Elestria.
Just reiterating.
What?
Just
come and crack
reiterating. You keep that spirit about you.
God, listen to you a little funny. There's nothing wrong with being human, It's we're pretty I mean, Fela is well,
Jerry nods, kind of like you would nod at somebody that you feel sorry for.
The tree is the most powerful person in the world. He's human. Kind of looks at you guys for like.
Right.
It's true. He is the most powerful person in the world. It's a known fact. He
right.
Single-handedly pushed back the hobgoblins when they tried to invade a few decades ago. It's a feat not many have matched. He's had wars that he single-handedly swung, and he's all fighting in the Feywild right now for all of our safety. You don't see the King of the Mountain fighting in the Feywild now, do you?
I guess not.
No, you don't. He throws the trash away and closes the lid. A little puffy. Straightens up a bit. I'm gonna go back to work now if it's all the same. Once again, thank you both very much, but I got to go catch up. And he
Being a human and all.
kind of stops and looks at you.
It was a joke. Sorry.
Oh,
You
no,
said you didn't care.
That's very funny. What are you, by the way?
Huh?
What are you?
Well, I'm Jerry.
Fair enough. And he kind of smiles jovially and heads back inside. Mm-mm-mm. Anything else you guys wanted to do down here? Or you headed back up?
I don't think so. Probably head back to join the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't have anything else that just specifically I wanted to do.
Okay. Right. That's what we came here for. So.
All right, you guys start making your way back as during that time the other group was making their way to the only thing. You all hit about the halfway mark, Katra.
Oh, go ahead.
We are going. I said, "Oh, back so soon." We're going to, I'm sorry. We hit the halfway mark. It's just me and Castle, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, before that, I think she wanted to tell you what. Did you want to tell him what the conversation was first?
Yeah, I just recap what the guy said and how he said and mentioned Nora. So.
Well, he's a kook. That sounds out of the ordinary. You cannot believe that talk.
Well, I mean, to someone who wouldn't know, giant animals attacking trains also sounds out of the ordinary. I wouldn't discount everything. Of course, not everything might be real, but I wouldn't just write it off so quickly.
We did get our train attacked by a giant animal. So there may be some truth to what he's saying. Maybe a changeling has replaced one person.
Maybe.
This does not seem reliable. Well, we are about halfway. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. I want to give advantage on. What are we going? We're just going to investigate.
Not necessarily investigate. We're going to. Well, if you call it investigation, I just want to check out the store and see what they're doing there on the surface. I don't want to pry or anything like that because I want the crew for that whole movie. I just want to see what the fuck the store's selling. See if they got any cool shit for reasonable prices, any of that kind of stuff.
All right, I'm gonna cast Enhanceability. It gives you advantage on. You can have Wisdom or Intelligence. Which one would you want?
Give me 1 second.
Actually, any of them. Any of them.
Do I have to pick or?
Yeah, you have to choose.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Any of the abilities.
Because if we wanted to just go check, like pretty much just quickly case the store, but like not like high level, would that be perception checks or investigation checks?
It depends on if you're trying to find like evidence of a crime ring, you're looking at investigation. If you're simply just doing a quick, this is what they sell, this is who's kind of going in, that might be more perception. Perception is kind of who, investigation is kind of what.
Okay, I give Al's wisdom, so he has advantage on wisdom checks for next hour.
All right. Well, you guys make your way to the store. It is right in between two much larger shops. There's a bit of space in between those shops and this one. This one's only one story, while the other ones are both 2 stories. No windows, just one sign in the front. Very bland looking on the outside. Just the one sign that says the only thing.
So, head in.
Alright. My music's not working. I had some cool music.
Probably like elevator music,
Oh,
like
100%.
dentist office music.
Or elevator into dentist. It was a cool transition. Alright, so you head into the store. As you open the doors, it's pretty much an empty space. There's torch lights lighting the space. There is one table, one chair, and one gentleman behind the table, sitting in the chair. But as you enter, there's nothing else in here but him.
Is this a store?
You see this older-looking gnome. Goblin, very well dressed. One eye patch, and his hands kind of behind his back, just looking at you two, giving you a once-over.
Is he standing in the chair?
He's sitting. You can't make token sit.
Oh, okay, I got you.
That is the limitation so far of the program.
I mean, it could have been a statement, like a power stance.
Standing in the chair. I mean, he's small enough to do it like that if he wanted to.
Exactly.
But for the moment, no, he is sitting down.
Where are your wares?
Firstly, good morning. Manners are how we begin most conversations here.
Sorry. Good morning. I was just so thrown off. I apologize.
Good morning. Apologies.
Good morning. I see you don't know what my store is, so I'll give you a brief rundown. My name is Varg. I deal in information. My wares are in my head.
So,
any information or just or specific, like categories?
Information comes in many forms. I wouldn't know if I had it until you asked.
Shit.
Like, are you a psychic or?
No.
I'm sorry. This is our first time. I apologize.
I have actual information that I have verified myself through my means.
Understood. Okay.
We are visiting places in the area. We are new to the area, or I am new to the area. I was just checking out different stores, and yours is different. It is smaller. No windows, just a sign outside. So I thought I'd come here. The only thing is information. I like it. I don't know if I have any questions to ask right now. But I do have some friends. Would it be offensive if we came back with them all?
There's nothing offensive about shopping.
How do we know your prices?
I deal in information. My prices vary based on what I perceive the information is worth. Either coin, trade, or information you have that I do not.
I have a question. I know something. A sword. It glows red, and you can kind of hear whispers coming from it, and wisps off of it. Have you heard anything about that?
You see him kind of squinting his eye a bit in concentration.
Can I roll insight? I want to see if he's like casting a spell or just like trying to recall something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Me too.
Go for it.
Because I got. You said I have advantage.
Correct. Mine is a
Definitely
18 for me.
28. Natural 20.
Okay.
Natural 20 that matters. He there's his hands didn't move. He doesn't begin mouthing anything. The only real movement is you can kind of see his brow furrow a bit and his eyes squint, as if he's no longer focusing on you, on the two of you, and is just kind of focusing elsewhere. As
He's
you
in
are
his mind palace.
as you are intently focusing on him, you can kind of see a bit of movement behind the eye patch because the eye patch is pretty tight. But you don't see any signs of casting anything. You don't see any. You don't really do magic, do you, at all, Fina?
No.
But 28 is crazy though.
Yeah, that's very crazy, but no magic, still no magic.
Like, is he reaching outside of himself for this information?
I'm a muggle. I'm a nomad.
Exactly. So I mean, as far as every mundane sense that he can muster to view this, and he's been around Castle, he knows what it looks like. He has a good eye for it. But you don't see any signs that what he's doing is magical in his sense at all. You get the impression just from how you've read people before that he is just traversing a very large memory. That he is trying to parse through information in his head is what it looks like to you. That his underfocusing is so he can focus on what he knows and parse information is what it looks like to your eye and your skill set. Now, what this man knows must be vast, and he seems to have the ability to access it through completely mundane means. As he kind of blinks back, he looks to you and he says, I'm aware of what you speak.
What did he say?
I am aware of what you speak.
How much for it?
For what? What would it be referring to?
The information that you possess on it. Where it is.
I did
Who
not
has
know where it is. The information. Roll a deception check, as you can kind of see him trying to evaluate from your reaction how much this means to you.
Perception?
Deception.
Deception. Okay.
Yes. If you want, he is trying to glean from how you reacted what this information means to you.
16.
It would not be a cheap price. Seems to be quite important information to you. Would you be willing to trade? Do you have anything of value to tell me in exchange for it, or would you rather coin?
What is the coin price? And if I can afford it, maybe I will buy it. But if not, then I may have information for you.
What would you like to know of it? Who currently has it? Who last had it? What it's being used for? How to contact the person, if that's even possible? Who else knows about it? Who else is looking for it? What kind of information is important to you here?
Who has it? Who else is looking for it?
He nods as you see him kind of unfocus again for a moment before focusing back in on you. And he says, the current holder is not exactly the biggest secret in the world. I could part with that for, let's see. $84 platinum.
That's insane.
84 platinum?
That's what he said.
Okay.
That is a high price.
Yes, I prefer trading other information.
How will we know if the information is enough to purchase the information before we give it?
Well, if it's not, I'll tell you something lesser. We're not taking in. You will get something for what you tell me. I could not say before you say it whether it's worth what you want to know. As I stated, the current holder is not the highest bar information that I have on the topic.
Information.
All right.
That maybe you don't know, but it has something to do with the couriers in the stores around here.
I'm interested.
I came here because your store doesn't seem to be getting robbed, but a lot of other stores are. And I thought you might have something to do with it. But I can see now, and this is actually me telling the truth, so I can roll persuasion instead of deception if you want me to roll. Either way, I got a +0. But it seems that you're not a part of it because you have no wares. You deal in information.
He kind of, you see him kind of playing with his hands behind his back, just constantly a little thing he does when he's listening. He nods.
I didn't say to him, I want to be clear, I didn't say to him that it was coordinated and it was a one group.
Correct.
Just that his store was the only one that's not being.
Correct. Roll persuasion for me.
Okay. Home invasion was persuasive. 15 plus I'll do knowledge of past again. Do. 19 altogether.
He nods. He says, I can tell your intent was to be truthful and wants to offer me information I do not have. Unfortunately, I am aware some of my neighbors are dealing with a theft issue. That in and of itself is not exactly new information to me. I can give you a lesser knowledge about what you're asking me, or you can add more to what you've told me. If you have more to add, if not.
What is the lesser number?
No, I can give you a lesser. You asked who has it. I can give you something else that's not as valuable as that.
Oh, okay. You can give me something not as valuable. Sure.
Right. It is currently being wielded by human male, scar across the right eye. He's lost sight and it's gone a bit milky white on him. There's also a corresponding slash that kind of goes up a bit, so there's a bit of parting of the hair.
Hold on. Human male slash right eye, monkey, white eye, corresponding slash through hair. So it is parted. Um, thank you. Yes, I appreciate your help in trading information. I should be back with more customers. I am certain the people that I hang around with would love to talk to you, and they will have information for you.
Well, thank you for stopping by. I do hope to see both of you again. I have more information I'm sure you'd like to know.
What's his name again?
His name is. His name is Varg.
I love this. I love this store. I love this guy. Thank you, Varg. And
do
I
enjoy
have
the rest of your day.
I looked at Casper, like to see if she has anything, and if she doesn't, then I turn around and walk out.
Nothing.
Okay, we walk out.
Goodbye, Fino. Goodbye, Katra.
What did he say?
Bye.
Did you give him?
Do we give him our names?
No.
No, right?
Okay. I stop. I say, well, that is interesting, isn't it?
He kind of looks and gives you a bit of a smile, and he says, "Oh, only as interesting as the heroes of escalation coming to Craghammer."
I give him a chuckle and I walk out.
All right.
Interesting.
Doors close behind you. All right. You start making your way back home, I take it?
Mm-hmm.
And you ended up actually crossing paths with the other two on your way to the lift. So you meet them pretty much in line, kind of waiting for your turn to go back up to the second district.
Before we, never mind. Actually, no. Okay, never mind.
So I lean into Slyrack, or I can't lean into. I'm fucking tiny as shit. I look up at Slyrack and I'm like, everything's not what it seems. We shall talk.
Agreed. It's on the way back, right?
Yes.
Or are we back in the tavern?
It doesn't take very long. You do make your way back to the tavern soon. You can either go up to your rooms or stay down the bar proper.
The room.
Okay.
All right. So I will get a couple of drinks to bring up for everybody.
Not a problem.
As we walk past, I just want to take note of Nora's appearance, like specifically like her hair.
Her hair? Give me an insight check. Or investigation, I'm sorry.
No, it's like an 8 or something. It's under 10.
Looks nice. You brushed it. All right. You all... That's great. You all make your way back up to the room. Fino grabs some drinks on his way up. And you have your privacy.
Wait before anyone speaks. I'm not so sure that the only thing is in on the rush of robberies right now. He trades in information. Actually, there's nothing in his store except for him sitting on a chair, and he knew that the heroes of escalation were in Crackhound. He knew our names specifically.
I only cast detect magic on the room.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I do it.
Did you tell him to stop talking, or you just?
No. I just started doing it while you were talking.
Okay.
I look at Catra, quite rude, and then I keep going.
Real quick, just for that, you don't. There's a magic. The cauldron on the side for the fire seems to be an enchantment, but there's nothing else pings magic besides you guys' personal wares.
Okay.
Fina.
So continuing on, I say he sells information, but I asked him for the person who has a current object on them, and he was charging 84 platinum for it. So it's not cheap information. But he does have a lot of shit in his head, it seems. Katra, were you paying attention? Did you realize there was something going on behind the eye patch? I'm not so sure that whatever's behind there is a hole. I think there may be an item of sorts.
Brian, did I notice that with the 18? Or whatever.
18. No, you didn't. It didn't ping magical item to you, but it did seem like he was. You have seen people use the memory trick of visualizing what they're trying to memorize or recall, so it looked more like that to you.
No. Did I see that there was his like he had something behind his eye patch?
You could see what looked like his eye moving behind the patch.
Yeah, so I say yes. I didn't notice that.
So,
I mean, he could be blind in one eye. It doesn't mean there's nothing there. But
very true, very true. There is something there behind that patch.
Yeah, I think he is just thinking deeply.
Oh.
That's what I got from it. I could be wrong.
How do you visualize with one eye?
Listen,
there's nothing in there.
I don't know.
Why is it moving around? Was it always moving around? Was it moving before we got in there?
What?
I mean, like not
was
before
it
we got,
moving the whole
like
time?
before we asked them.
I roll a perception check. We'll call it. I'm not sure how focused you would have been on the patch.
With
like once let's say this, once he stopped trying to remember stuff, like did it keep moving, or was it only when he
with advantage or regular? Because
you had it at the time.
I had it there. Sorry.
With advantage, we'll say.
Yeah, I have like 11, so
19.
19. As you think back, after you had tracked the movement when he was trying to remember something, it doesn't seem to be active motion on it when he's not thinking back and trying to remember something. There is still the indentation of something being there. It's not like a socket, but there's not the movement.
Because I am not so sure that, I mean, there's something there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not so sure that is a blind eye.
Okay. I don't disagree.
Could be some kind of thing helping him with his memory. An enhancer. I don't
know. Very possible.
I'm not really skilled with the magical arts.
As a caster myself, it didn't seem magical what he was doing.
Okay.
And that's not to say that it's impossible.
Yes. So yes, He trades in information. I think we should go visit him. He doesn't just charge platinum. He also charges for information. I told him that his compatriots were being robbed, but I did not tell him that it was an organized effort. He seemed to know they were being robbed. But we might be able to trade him the information that it was an organized effort. We also may be able to trade him the information that the Elestria earmark their problem that they had outside of escalation was not an accident.
Well, be careful. He buys and sells information.
That is very true.
I wouldn't tell him anything that could cause us issue.
Yes. So maybe just the thief.
That could also cause us issue down. If someone knows, we know.
Are you afraid of a little swordplay?
Well, organized crime at that level would.
That's what we were talking about, robbing them ourselves.
That's different than someone knowing specifically who to come to.
Oh, I understand.
Fino, in the distance, you hear the sound of screaming.
Someone needs help. Let's go find out. And I rush out.
Someone please call 911.
Right.
Fino runs out.
And while I'm running out, like I pull my sword. I say, Inferno! Does it sound like it's coming from inside our tavern? Inside the tavern or outside?
Outside.
Jerry runs up behind him. Fuck that.
So yeah, I'm going outside.
I'll follow.
Okay. The group, I believe.
Yep.
The group heads out.
Jerry wants to get in front of Fino if I can.
Fino's pretty fast. How fast are you, Fino?
90 feet at a time. No, quite right.
I was about to say, you bitch.
No, I think he is 90 feet at a time.
No. 30
Seriously?
feet walking speed, but he can use the dash or whatever.
Yeah, movement, action, cunning action would be 90.
Yeah.
So if you were so inclined, that is your movement speed. But as you run downstairs through the tavern, out the front door, you see a crowd running past as someone trips and falls and points back the other way and yells, "Golem!" Gets up and begins booking it, and we'll call it an episode.
Yells what?
Yeah, you went mute when you said yells.
What?
Yells golem.
Yeah, what type of cliffhanger was that? What the fuck?
It was like you.
Oh, that's cool.
It was like Kill Bill. You wouldn't say her name.
Dope.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
I gotta watch
Like, it was
back.
like when you said what it was, it muted, and then it came back. It was like as they booked it the other way.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was some real Kill Bill shit.
Oh, we'll leave it at that
Oh
then.
my god.
It was a golem, you said?
Golem. Yeah, it yells golem and runs the other way. And we will pick it back up there
Look it
next
up.
week. All right.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's how you end it? That's
yeah.
Kill Bill 1.
All right. Next week we will see.
As long as I get to be over in ECE.
Happy to be back. Y'all have some soothing voices.
Cool. Welcome back. Next week we'll see yourself that golem. As you guys have established, you're not the defenders of the land here, so if you don't want to be, you don't gotta be. But here we are.
I want to be this quite.
I also want to, just off topic, ask you guys again if you're cool inviting a new player into the campaign who's actually like a new D&D player. I know Brian has reservations about it.
Brian has reservations about it?
Training wheels are
It's his campaign, so that's
Yeah, I mean, no,
No, if you guys
it's
are
his
fine with it,
campaign.
I'll make it work.
But as far as me, I need a homie. So everybody's got a homie. They can be my homie.
You can't-
I'll be down for that.
Right.
It'd be hard. It'd be hard to shoehorn a new player into a dynamic background if he knows you already. I
Well,
gotta
let's see what he knows.
I gotta see what he's made for his backstory and how that fits.
Yeah,
in.
yeah. Let's see what he knows. And if it fits, then it fits.
I mean, I'll leave the judgment to Brian.
You say?
I'll leave judgment to Brian.
So,
Matter of fact, Brian, whatever day this week, text me when you have a moment of free time and you're in your office, and I'll just send them downstairs.
I don't have free time at my office.
Just send them downstairs. Is the new person your
it's
son?
Enzo, dog.
No,
It's
he's talking
Enzo.
about at work. He's a guy that works at our job.
No, I'm talking about
I
at
know
work.
what you're talking about.
As an employee.
The new person is my mom. It's my mother.
No, I'll figure it out. We'll have a conversation and see what he wants to do and where he's at, and I'll go from there.
He's really trying to fit his character into the campaign. I'm like, you should probably just do what's most comfortable for you right now.
I'll talk to him. But all right, guys, that was a good episode there. Good session. Changelings.
Good job making the what's it called?
What's that?
The imperfect messenger.
I don't know. It could all be solid information. That makes it pretty spot on, I think. The hair's not changing.
I mean, that's kind of interesting, actually. Like, it's interesting thing to consider. Like, do people's hair? Like, is it the exact same?
But all right, so I'm gonna holler at y'all.
All right, Jay.
All right, welcome back, man. Condolences, and yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. That was good progress on the story there, guys.
Bull said 84 plat. I was like, gosh, damn.
Like what?
That means he doesn't care at all about money.
At all.
Who?
The guy.
Why you say that?
Because he's trying to
preferred,
give some ridiculous price to force you into sharing information.
Yeah.
It's a price information could not be worth.
Yeah, Fino was actually going back to the group to talk to him about what information they could sell.
Mm-hmm.
And if he didn't find it, he might go buy that.
Go buy the
In
information?
platinum?
Yeah.
I was gonna say we can afford it. I don't want to show that we can afford it, but we can.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean he might just go buy and play because I'm just trying to think of his character's motivations, and he is like that. He's like a go, like run into it type of guy, like how he was running into the portals and stuff like that. And like to him, this is important. It's more important than living to him. So to him, money is just like, fuck it. If I gotta pay for it, I gotta pay for it.
It's a tool.
Yeah, exactly. It's more of a calculation of, do I need more money? Like, do I need to save this money to pay for other things in pursuit of this thing? Not anything else. Like he doesn't eat. He doesn't really need sleep. He has to meditate at night. Like he's kind of getting by right now. He's like, fuck it, yo, this is my only thing. So it's more so like, hey, is this the best use of my money to pursue this goal? And if it is,
well, it accomplishes your goal, right?
What you say?
It accomplishes your goal, right?
It doesn't completely accomplish it because then he's got to go find it and go take it. And then he also has to find the person that he needs to. Well, he also has to either kill Strahd or kill the person that he needs to kill for Midas to take care of Strahd for him. I mean, Midas to take care of the person he needs to kill for him.
Fino?
Yeah.
No, you said it right. Kill Strahd for Midas to help you kill who you want to kill.
Yeah.
Or just kill the person you
So
want to
you
kill by
gotta-
yourself. You got some options.
Yeah, that's what I said. Or that kill that person.
Mhm.
It's like kill that person or kill Strahd. So Midas can handle that person.
You should probably just kill that person.
I know the only calculation. No, for real. The only calculation he's trying to make is this person stronger than Strahd, or
I
they
don't think
equal?
you have a.
And
Has he put
yeah,
in
he's
any
got to
work
meet
to
Strahd.
figure out who Strahd is?
No, not yet. Not yet. Strahd is secondary to him. It's like when I get what I need, I tell you from his perspective is when I get this sword, then I need to decide who I'm going to go kill.
That's real.
One step at a time.
Yeah. Then I'm going to decide who I'm going to go kill. And like to me, from like above table, it was like you're telling me to do this. So either Strahd's harder to kill for Midas for some reason, or he might see Midas coming, and he doesn't necessarily see Fino coming. That might be a thing. Or Strahd's actually harder to kill, and Midas is just fucking throwing Fino at him, and he might as well kill his own guy. Or his guy is harder to find. Much easier to find Strahd, so it's like you might as well just go kill Strahd, bro. I'll handle this other shit for you. Like, it might be easier to kill, bro, but harder to find him, huh?
We'll see how it plays out. There's a lot of
a
lot of story there for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But like for Fino, it was kind of like, like I can't run in 10 different directions. I need to get the sword first, because the sword is going to be the only thing that allows me to do what I need to do.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
And there's that
First, I didn't know what I wanted to ask him. I was like, well, what information do I have use for? I was like, oh, I have use for this information.
I didn't consider what you guys were asking me either.
Your boy Varg. I like him, man. I like how you threw that. I mean, he could still be responsible for the robberies, right? But I like how you threw that at us. Like, yo, it's only one store not being robbed. And it's like, if you idiots don't go in there, like, you're going to think he's behind it. You should probably visit there, because you might find out that he's not.
It'd have been funny if you guys picked the whole team and staked everything out. And...
What'd you say, Chris?
Yeah, that would have been funny. I still don't think that he's not a part of it. Like, that wasn't enough evidence for me to say he's not a part of what's really going on here.
Right.
It would just be a better cover.
Right. I think he's not a part of it. But I think him being...
Now, do you think Brian wants you to think he's not a part of it?
Oh, don't.
I think Brian wanted us to think he was a part of it and to act on something without going in and check. And to throw something that's like this, basically. But I think it was just more so like, will they check? It's like a simple will they check on us, not like I'm gonna throw some convoluted thing at them and see if they can get it right.
Got you. I guess just paranoid.
Like, we got Jillian right off the bat, right? And we didn't really have to think too much about it. But this one is like, hey, will they check?
I didn't think you guys were going to check, to be honest. I thought you guys were just going to have a whole sting operation.
See? But why are you saying this to us right now, dog? Now I'm leaning toward what Chris is saying. Huh? Why are you telling us that?
I didn't think you guys were going to, like, actually just go in and say, hey, what's up? What's going on?
All right, bro. What are you saying over there?
You guys are funny.
Yo, Christian Manning. I don't know if you guys would know this, but I'm going to ask it. obviously, isopropyl alcohol, right? Rubbing alcohol and alcohol that you drink are two different things, right? But can you pour alcohol like a tequila, like a spirit, right? Tequila or vodka on a cut? Will that kind of like sterilize the cut like alcohol will?
Yes. The higher the proof,
depends on
the
the
better.
proof, but depends on the proof of the alcohol, but
Okay. And would you say,
The
man?
higher the- yeah, I was just gonna say, it will work. Higher the proof, the better. Like he said, you just gotta be careful using stuff with low proof because alcohol that you drink has a lot of sugar in it.
Gotcha. So pour some Everclear on that bitch.
Don't pour no schnapps on a cut.
It's nice to hold you over, but then when you get to wherever you're going, you want to throw it out, right?
I poured some Kahlua on it.
What?
Probably not the best choice, but
some Baileys. Threw some Baileys on my head. Yeah, that shit's hilarious. Thank you, though. I was just wondering. I'm not going to do that. I have a fallout, but just wonder if you're in the pit.
Why would you soap over Bailey's?
Just throw the milk all in your cut.
Have some soap and water if you got it.
Yeah. Just wonder if I was like in a pit somewhere one day. It's like shit.
Also, salt.
Oh yeah, salt is a fucking bitch too.